Ni hao, hello. My name is Roger Christiansen, and I'm one of the masters here at the Tao Group. My studio is the Cinematic Arts Studio, and I'm a television director, primarily sitcoms in Hollywood, and I'm also a professor and a teacher both here and in Los Angeles. I do think story is the most important thing, and as a director I need a script in order for me to work. I can't write every script, and the actors need the words, so it has to come from a script. So the writers are, to me, are a very important part of production, an important part of any culture, any business, is the person who can write an interesting story. So I think that China is not alone, because I think that many countries besides China suffer from the same thing, which is they don't really develop screenwriting. There are a lot of writing classes, how to write with a story and tell a story, but many of those writing classes are basically training to write for a novel or a book or a magazine. They're not really writing for the screen, and it's a very different style. Writing for the screen is very important because we're dealing with a visual medium. We're dealing with a camera, and a camera which will capture the story and tell us things without having to use dialogue. Dialogue is important, but the camera and the image of what we see is also important. So learning how to write with the camera in mind, writing for the screen, what we'll see on TV or in the movies, is a different craft than writing a book. So I believe that not only China, but many, many countries really need to start focusing in university on developing screenwriting classes, classes specifically for the screen. And also encouraging writers working together as a group. One person to create everything all the time, they're going to be tired. They're going to be sick one day. They're going to not feel good. So how can they create every day for a TV show which has a schedule where you have to produce 30 episodes and 30 shows? So for one person to do that, I think is pretty difficult. So I encourage the idea of working as a group, but also learning how to write for the screen. And I think it really begins at university, the training that students get to then go out into the business. And I worked at both Columbia University and at the University of Southern California, and both schools have really excellent screenwriting programs. And if you look at a lot of schools in America now, screenwriting classes are becoming more and more popular. And I think that is what I would recommend in China. And I don't think it's a big change or a big challenge. It just requires more and more focus on that specific kind of writing and getting people who understand screenwriting to come and teach those kind of classes.